Welcome to whatever this is gonna be. Perfect, Tank. It looks so good. Hi guys, welcome back. If you guys are new here, my name's Christy, this is Tank. I'm gonna do a little new video on here. I have been on a little bit of a health journey recently, and the journey has just started. And I want to take you guys along with me, and I don't know if this is going to be a series or if it's just going to be a standalone video. I'm not too sure yet, but I thought it'd be good motivation and inspiration for me, for one, to get my butt into gear a little bit, and maybe for you guys to learn a little bit along the way. I don't know, could be fun. Could feel like we're just doing it together, which might be nice. So a little bit of backstory about me. I had quite a few health complications maybe like 5 years ago, and I had chronic fatigue and nothing diagnosed. I'm just gonna put a huge disclaimer here, but I was tired all the time. So I didn't have chronic fatigue syndrome, I was just chronically tired. I really struggled. I struggled to get out of bed. I struggled not to nap all day. I would sleep for 10 hours and still be tired. I was bloated all the time. It was all this stuff going on, and I was just like, whoa, this is crazy. I was also in a long-term relationship where I wasn't happy, and I think that was a huge contributing factor as well. And I was also really, really stressed. I was so stressed to the point that I got shingles, which, if you don't know what shingles is, it's basically like the adult version of chickenpox, but it really is mainly presented in the elderly. So you only really get it when you are of average age, my age, when you are really, really stressed or your body is immunocompromised or there's something going on there. So that was just a huge sign to me that something was wrong, and I was like, I shouldn't be getting shingles when I'm like 25. Anyway, I ended that relationship. I got myself out of this stressful situation. I also along the road realized that I am actually intolerant to gluten, and that was contributing to a lot of my fatigue, brain fog, bloating, puffiness, inflammation, all of that kind of stuff. So I went off gluten completely, left this relationship, ended up losing quite a bit of weight as well, because I was holding on to quite a lot of weight, especially around my face and my stomach and my arms and my legs, all over, if you will. I was happier. I was so much happier. I was taking care of my body a little bit more. I was eating foods that really made me feel good, and I wasn't putting too much emphasis on my body. But then your girl got into a comfy relationship, maybe stopped taking care of herself as well as she could have, and is maybe eating a little bit too much gluten, which she shouldn't, and relying a little bit too much on caffeine and not really looking after herself. Anyway, fast forward to now, I'm at the point where I'm at my wit's end with hating how I look and hating that I am, relying on a lot of coffee to get through the day, and I'm starting to get acne all in my jawline, which I know is hormonal, and I'm just feeling bloated all the time and a bit gross, and I hate my clothes because I don't like how they fit, and it's just like, it's a whole thing. So I'm just deciding to try to eat and move and live in a way similar to how I was doing way back when. So there's a lot of practices that I was doing that I just stopped doing. And I think another big piece of the puzzle, just if we're really going into the backstory here, is I studied originally about 4 years ago, finished my studies, not 4 years ago, maybe 2 years ago I finished my studies, but I was studying 4 years previous to that to be a naturopath. So I have a Bachelor of Health Science, that's my background. So very much in the know with nutrition science, natural medicine, supplements, the effects of stress on the body, the nervous system, all of that kind of stuff. So, did you just burn yourself? Oh, mate, hang on. False alarm. My cat just walked across a hot stove, and I was like, are you okay? Did you just burn yourself? Anyway, doesn't matter. He's all good. I also had my lunch with me, which is part of what I wanted to talk about as well. Back to the naturopath situation. I studied for 4 years a health science degree to be a naturopath, try to help people, and then I got really burnt by the industry and really burnt out as well, because if you know anything about being a naturopath, a lot of people work as a subcontractor or as a contractor. The wages are terrible, you don't earn much, and you really don't help a lot of people. It is quite elitist. So with all that out of the way, I ended up doing a career switch. I'm no longer in naturopathy. I don't practice naturopathy anymore, and I was really burnt by the industry in that I just stopped taking my supplements. I stopped caring about the way I was eating. I was just kind of like eating what my boyfriend was eating. That might be good for him, but I know it's not good for me, and it doesn't make me feel good, hence why I haven't felt good in a really long time. And I've been working out like I'm training for a bloody bodybuilding competition. I don't know, man. I just like didn't. I wasn't taking care of my body, and I think it was a combination of things, but I think stopping naturopathy and really just like not wanting to ever think about naturopathy and supplements and lifestyle ever again really like did me a disservice, and I want to start thinking about those practices and the things that do help and the things that I know work for me and implementing that again. So the first thing that I know really, really helps me is eating lots of vegetables. And I know that sounds so stupid, but I feel so much better when I am eating a protein with as many vegetables I can get in my bowl. So right now I have beans, carrot, mushrooms, spinach, and then I've got garlic prawns as well. Are you okay? Anyway, so I'm trying to eat a little bit more intuitively and how I know my body responds to food. This is an example of that. So this is my lunch. I just made a bunch of veggies to have over a few meals, which is good. And I do have carbs. Like, I don't really think I don't have any carbs. I'm not afraid of carbs, but I think what I was doing is my boyfriend would have like a bowl with like rice, potatoes, and then some kind of meat, and then maybe a veg. And like, it doesn't work for my body. So I've just got to think about what's going to work for my body as well and really take care of my body, because it's the only body you have and it's not worth it just not being happy in it every single day. That is so good. It doesn't have to be boring. That's the other thing. Anyway, so that was the longest introduction into a video ever. But basically, I'm just going to take you through all the practices that I'm now trying to implement to try to make myself feel better and live in alignment with what I know works for my body. I am also training for a half marathon, and I know that's not good for my nervous system, and I do need to get my runs in, but I also want to start incorporating some more slower movement, more restorative practices as well. I've recently signed up for Pilates, so I'll be starting that on Monday. And then I really want to get back into doing saunas and things like that, because I know that works really well for my body. And then I also want to get back into weights training, but not super heavy. Like, I really just want to focus on form and technique, and maybe just do like an upper body day and a lower body day. So upper body day, lower body day, my 3 runs, and then I also play tennis 1 night a week. But that's more like a social fun thing that we do. So I feel like that's the routine I want to start with. Other things I'm doing are trying to get 10,000 steps a day. I work an office job, so I'm working like at a desk most of the day, which is not great. I do have a standing desk now, which is really good. So using that more, trying to get my 10,000 steps in. Drinking more water. I've been really bad with that lately. I used to be like guzzling water all day, like 3 liters easy. Sleeping more, that's a big one as well. I'm definitely not sleeping enough. And getting outside a little bit more. Anyway, that's my big rant. I'll take you guys along with me, and I will show you things as I learn them along the way, and we'll see if this ends up being one video or a series. I don't know, but this is just me kicking my little butt into gear and getting my life back on track. So welcome to whatever this is gonna be. So guys, I have a 13K this morning. That's the longest run I've ever done, and I'm looking a bit disheveled because I just got out of bed. So I thought I'd show you how I'm preparing for my 13K run. So I had a half of a coffee this morning, because if I have too much, I get a bit sick in my stomach, so I don't do that. But I'm having, this is my rice cake. I had 2 rice cakes with Mavis peanut butter and honey as my fuel. I'm also gonna take a medjool date with me, because I want to have that at like maybe 7 or 10K, I think. Because the way they say to do it is like have something with glucose at every 5K after 10K. But like I'm only doing 13K. So I'm like, maybe I'll have it at like 7 or 8, because that's like halfway in my run. And then I've got my little concoction of electrolytes and magnesium, because I tend to sweat a lot on my runs. I don't know if you guys are like this, but even in the dead of winter, if I'm not wearing tank looking like a little majestic king, over here in my videos, he's so cute, I can't, he's too cute. Anyway, I tend to get really hot, so I have to wear like a singlet and shorts even in the dead of winter. But then even that sometimes, like I get really, really hot, so I'm like not sure where I was going with that. So I need electrolytes because I sweat so much. And these ones are like nice and sparkly. Look at that in the light, they're so pretty. And they taste pretty good. They were a bit sweet when I first had them, but now I mix only like half a serve with my quarter serve of pre-workout to get me through my run. I'm really proud of myself, because I haven't noticed a huge difference in just having a quarter of a serve. I think it is placebo, and it's the habit of having something to get you into exercise and like to help. I don't know. I'm very much someone who needs like routine, not like structure, but like things that trigger me to do other things, if that makes sense. Like I have a coffee in the morning before I go to work, and that like gets me into going to work, or like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. But anyway, that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna take you guys with me on my 13K run. So there's 2 different routes that I could go. So I could either go along a national park, or like along the water, which is very pretty but very hilly, or I could go the other way. It's quite flat, but you're not running along the water for a while in 2 minds. But last time I went the hilly road, my heart rate got so high and it just wouldn't come down, and I had to end up like really slowing the pace down, which is fine, but I obviously want to improve my pace. So I think I'm gonna go the other way, just because it's a longer run and I don't want to be feeling like I'm dying the entire time. So that's where we're at. Anyway, I'll take you guys with me. 6.5 Ks and I have my little date. What's this? I'm dying. I'm in the last 3K and I'm dying because it's really hot now. My period's coming tomorrow, so I think that's why it's all a lot harder. Well, you got this, last 3K, let's go. We did it. Fuck, that was so hard. I'll debrief when I get back home. We did it. Under an hour and 30, just. We'll see what the time's here. It's the weekend again, so I thought I'd take you guys along with me. I have an interval run to do this morning. I also realized I didn't update you guys on my run, which would have been the last clip that you saw, which was 13K. And quick synopsis, it was really, really hard. First 5 kilometers, really hard. Middle few kilometers were okay, and then the last 3 kilometers literally killed me, and I felt like I was gonna die and I couldn't actually keep going, but I did. We got it done in an hour and a half, so that was rough. What's even rougher than that is tomorrow I have to do 15K. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna stop at the running shop today as well, just to look at some vests and some running gels, just to see if there's anything there I could use that might make it a bit easier. We'll see how we go. I might take you guys along with me as well. But today we have intervals, which I'm really bad at doing my interval runs. They're probably the one run of the week that I'm like not looking forward to because I know it's going to be hard, whereas at least the long run and the easy run I can take at a slower pace. But this is the interval run I have to do, if you can see that. So basically it's just a lot of sprinting and then walking and then sprinting, then walking. So it thinks it's gonna take me 55 minutes to an hour and 10. I'm hoping it doesn't take that long, but we'll see. Just depends really. And I'm gonna do it on the treadmill as well at the gym. So we're gonna go to the gym, do my run. Then I'm gonna do some pull-ups as well. And then we're gonna shower, go have a look at the shops, and then we'll come back. That's the plan.
Okay.
Bye. So I thought I'd quickly show you guys before we go to the gym what my current gym fluid intake looks like. I'm trying not to have any pre-workouts. I'm trying to get energy from different things. So I'm definitely having my electrolytes because I sweat so much when I run. And I feel like even that alone just makes me feel so much better and not as tired. So if you feel tired during your runs, it might not be pre-workout that you need or caffeine, maybe it's electrolytes. So I do half a scoop of that because it's really, really sweet. And then I've just gotten these greens as well. I used to love taking greens. I used to do it all the time and I've forgotten recently, but I just do like a teaspoon of those and then mix it all together. They're a bit gross looking, but that's okay. Also, you're making it look way too cinematic. It's just a vlog. You're like, whoosh.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Zach's a videographer, which is why this shot is gonna look like the best shot in the whole vlog. Anyway, I also want to show you guys my shoes. So I'm wearing Brooks Adrenalines right now, if you can see them. And we're gonna go look at some different shoes today because they're already starting to hurt my knees and I've only ran in them for like 4 months. So I kind of need to go get some new ones for the marathon. So I'm thinking Asics Kayanos. That's my plan in my mind because I want something super cushioned, but it still needs to have arch support because I have feet that roll in. We're gonna look at them today and maybe Zach can get some as well. He can start running with me. You gonna start running with me? No? See? Look what you're doing. I could never. Okay, we'll see you guys soon. Bottoms up. That's a little world. We're back from my run and I maybe did a little bit of shopping, so I thought I'd go through it with you guys because you know I love a haul. And this is a bit of a collective haul, kind of running focused. And I'll show you what I got. So first thing I got are some new shoes. I was tossing up between the Brooks Glycerin GTS and the Asics Kayano because your girl's foot does roll in a bit and I need as much support and cushioning as I can get. And I know Brooks worked for me, but I wanted to try something different. And then I tried the Asics the other day and I did like them, but then I tried my Brooks back on today and they were just so good. So this is what they look like. They're probably not the color I would have gone for. They're like a light purpley color. I think they're cute and they do the job. So they're basically the step up from what I'm wearing at the moment, the Adrenaline, which is these guys. And they've got a bit more cushioning in them. So same support, more cushioning, which will be good for the longer runs because I'm finding at the moment my knees are getting a bit sore just when I'm doing my long run. And then because I had a $30 voucher there, I also got some socks. And I thought they would be really cute with the shoes because the shoes have like this bronzy color on them. And I thought that would be fun for something a bit bright and fun and fresh. I've also been looking for some running tops recently because the weather's so cold outside and I just need to be able to throw on a long sleeve top that I can easily take off when I get really hot when I run in the mornings. So I got a few online from the Iconic, and these are just from Cotton On but from the Iconic. This one in a medium, this is just like a blue ribbed material shirt and quite low on the neck as well. Different material, just in a white and a black. This is more like a super soft buttery material and in black. So they'll be good just for the cold mornings. And then I also went to our local running shop just to get some running nutrition. So I got these, which are basically like energy blocks. They basically taste like lollies. This is what they look like. And they're just basically full of glucose. And they're very similar to the running gels that you can get, but the texture is just a lot better, whereas the running gels are like very goopy and gross, and I just can't get behind them, whereas I tried these recently and I really liked them, so I just thought I'd get them in a few different colors. And they have a few different types as well. So I've tried the Mountain Berry, which is just their standard one. And then there's Strawberry, which is also their standard one. And then they have a caffeinated one. So this one has 50 milligrams of caffeine in it in black cherry. And then a margarita one, which has 3 times sodium in it. So this would be really good when you're really sweating it out. So yeah, I'm very happy I have those and I'm excited to try them. And then I also have this Body Glide because I've been getting quite bad chafing like between, like just on my thighs. And I thought I'd try this just to see if it works. I've heard good things, so hopefully that helps. And it's only really on the really long runs that I get it. So, and Zach also got some running shoes as well because he's gonna do some running, which is exciting. So he got fitted up as well. I used to work at an athlete's foot, so we went there just so we could get fitted up properly. That's everything that I got. I didn't even tell you how my run went, actually. Let me tell you how my run went. It was actually quite good. Like I said, it was a pyramid interval session, which I did on the treadmill. And I did it in 56 minutes and it was 8.5 Ks total. And I finished the whole thing, 56 minutes, average pace of 6 minutes 39 seconds per kilometer, which is pretty good for an interval session. So I am feeling like I'm getting stronger and my endurance is definitely getting better because when I first started this running journey like 4 months ago, I couldn't even run 5K. Like I really, really struggled. And now I just feel like my body's able to do it a little bit more and I'm finally noticing like a difference in my cardiovascular fitness and just like my body not fatiguing so quickly as well. And I think nutrition definitely has a lot to do with it. Like I'm really making sure I'm fueling for my runs and taking my electrolytes. And if I'm doing a longer run, trying to take something that has a little bit of glucose in it, like either a date or one of these energy chews, which will be really good. That makes a huge difference. Like your body's not designed to just run that far without sustenance, so you really do have to fuel yourself. And it puts less stress on the body as well because your body actually has the fuel it needs and doesn't have to rely on adrenaline and cortisol to like get you through. And then I've also, another thing I've been doing is not having as much pre-workout, which I spoke about earlier in this vlog. I've been really sticking to that, which I've been super happy about. I've done a few runs now and a few gym sessions without any pre-workout, only having coffee beforehand, whereas before I would have a full scoop of pre-workout and coffee and like a pre-workout snack. And I think that was just making my cortisol go through the roof. So I'm being very good about not doing that. And And yeah, the only other thing like I really want to get before the half marathon, I think I'll order it today, is a running vest. And I'm looking at this one on Amazon. I'll just show you. And it comes with 2 water bottles, which is good. It looks a bit like that. I think it'll match my shoes actually. It says grey, but it looks a bit more like a purpley grey. And it's only $39 and it'll be here soon, which is good. So yeah, I think I'll order that, and then I can fill the water bottles up with my electrolytes, put my gels in there, put my phone in there, and then we'll be good to go. So yeah, that is the running update. We're going to be going to a bathhouse this afternoon, which I'm very excited about. The one we're going to is called Native State, and it's in Kira Beach. So it's just down the road from us, which is great. And they have like, basically you pay for a time frame. So we paid for 45 minutes, and then you can go in all the different little bathhouse things like the sauna, the steam room, the plunge pool, the warm pool, and you kind of rotate through as you go. And I'm so excited. We did one of these in Brisbane recently. Well, not recently, probably a year ago now, Soak Bathhouse, which was really, really nice. But I just feel like this one hopefully will be a little bit quieter because it is, you know, I feel like it's not as well known, but we'll see how we go. I probably can't take you guys with us, but I will film as much as I can because obviously in a bathhouse where everyone's in bikinis, it's probably not a good idea to film. But yes, that's what we're gonna do this afternoon. Get nice and relaxed and then come home, make a nice wholesome dinner. And I think that'll be our day, which is really, really nice for a weekend. So yeah, that's that. How you feel?
Great.
So relaxed. Look, I could have a nap now. But that was so much fun. It was really, really good. It was basically like a big indoor room with like little sections. There was like an infrared sauna, a normal sauna, a steam room, and then a warm pool and a plunge cold pool. And they were both magnesium filled as well, which was really, really nice. So you just kind of like did a loop around and then did the warm and cold pool a few times. And then, yeah, I had tea and water, which was really nice. It was good.
It was great.
It was a good time. Yeah, I think we'll definitely do it again. We might try a different one next time, but it was very good. I feel very sleepy and relaxed.